Oh man, I'm glad when I did my end of the year live stream and you guys I asked you guys which movie I should see first because there's two movies I want to see before the year's out. Well, the year is out now, but like before I do like a list or anything of my rankings for 2018, whatever, I asked you guys what movie I could see, Bumblebee or Into the Spider-Verse, and you guys unanimously said Into the Spider-Verse. I gotta say, guys, well done! You guys picked great, because honestly, this movie lived up to the Amazing Spider-Man name. I loved this movie. It was just amazing. It was a tearjerker, it was action, it was full of it was some great comedy. Everything was on point with this movie. Chris Lord and Miller and Lord, yeah, Sony, you made a good call of taking them immediately to do the Spider-Man movie after the Han Solo breakup. Because god damn, they knew what they were doing with this movie. And admittedly, I was very apprehensive about this film. I was very apprehensive because not only was it a film about the origin of Miles Morales, it was also a story involving the Spider-Verse, and it also dealt with, you know, it was dealing with that simultaneously, and it was Sony, so I was really afraid. But no, yeah, Sony Animation, you proved me wrong, and I'm really excited to see where you go in terms of other animated films. Because this was like, yeah, Sony, forget the live-action stuff, forget Venom, forget all of that, just stick to animation and let Marvel do live-action. This is your key right here. This is how, you know, this is how you manage to keep Spider-Man and keep Spider-Man good. So, how you do good Spider-Man, which you have not done since Amazing Spider-Man 2, in my opinion. So yeah, just let Marvel and Disney handle the live action and make that great. You guys handle the animation and do that. So yeah. I am going to mention some spoilers. This movie's been out for a few weeks, and a lot of you guys have already seen it, so yeah. I love this movie. I love all the little twists and turns, and I really dug all the little moments in here. This was just, there was so much emotion, there was just some balls-to-the-wall action in here. Just some great action pieces that made me go, there were some like I thought to myself while I was watching some of the action sequences, it made me go, you know, some of these action scenes are a lot better than some live-action superhero films I've seen this year, and live-action, well, action films I've seen this year. There are just some spectacular work in here. There's just some, you know, just amazing pieces all put together in here, and I really, honest to God, believe that they really worked their hearts out on here. I really enjoy the storyline of where we go with Spider-Man, and I even like the, this Spider-Man and the Peter Parker beforehand, because, yeah, the Peter Parker we see at the beginning is, you know, the Peter Parker we see in, like, the hobo Spider-Man is one who's been doing this for over 20 years. He doesn't want to do this anymore. He's at the end of his rope, and Miles is just starting to learn about it. I also like where this version of Miles's version of Peter Parker and how that played out. I really enjoyed where they had it, and honestly, I kind of dig Aunt May as like a. I really dig Aunt May as like a Alfred. She was essentially an Alfred to Spider-Man, and I dig that. I dig that angle. I also really enjoyed like the moments in here with the older Spider-Man. Because, yeah, he's kind of at the end of his rope. He's lost, you know, he's lost everything. He's kind of just getting tired of it. He's been doing, like I said, over 20 years, and he's kind of just losing it all. Yeah, I also dug, of course, Spider-Gwen in here. That was, she was awesome. Nick Cage killed it as Noir Spider-Man. He, like, again, I talked about this before. If they ever do a Batman 66 film, sadly with Adam West gone, they should just get Nicolas Cage to play 66 Batman. They should just get him to play 1966 Batman, whether by voice or just by live acting. And it's funny, too, because Nick Cage has now played in 1 year. He's played Superman in Teen Titans Go and Spider-Man in Spider-Verse. Also, Penny Parker, great. She was a great supporting character. and Spider-Ham. I thought Spider-Ham was going to be like a Jar Jar Binks kind of scenario, but no. Spider-Ham had some amazing jokes, and there's one moment with Spider-Ham that really just hits home. There's this one moment in here that just made me go, wow. I was afraid this entire time when we saw, every time we saw Spider-Ham, I was thinking to myself when I was watching the trailers for this movie, I was thinking to myself, oh god, please don't let him be like a Jar Jar Binks kind of character, please don't let him be like that. But no, it's, yeah, there are some great jokes with him that made me just laugh out loud, and, oh my god, just some, there was this one emotional moment in here that made me go, wow. I liked the twist they did with Miles and his uncle. I really dug that. And again, some of the best action scenes. I came close to crying 4 times. I almost cried 4 times in this movie. Yeah, I'm not ashamed to say that. This movie almost made me cry 4 times. 4 times. A movie, I'm surprised if a movie makes me want to cry once. Logan only made me want to cry once. This movie, 4 times. Yeah, just to put that in perspective. Also, I'm just going to say it, and this is my personal opinion. Just my personal opinion right here. I love the soundtrack of this movie. Just, holy shit. I love this more than the Black Panther soundtrack. I know the Black Panther soundtrack is just all kinds of awesome, but holy shit, guys. The Spider-Verse soundtrack? I want to get that right now. I want to get that, right now. That has got to be one of the best superhero soundtracks I've heard in, a long time. When I first listened to that, I was just like, holy shit, this is good. Every time they used the music in here, I was like, god damn. Just every song was on point in here. Especially the song they had when Miles, suits up in his own costume for the first time, and he's web-slinging around, and I was like, damn. Let's talk about the villains real quick. I dig the villain versions in here. We had, of course, Prowler. We had Green Goblin, which was kind of just a mindless brute, but this isn't the Norman Osborn we know, so I'll forgive it. I also dug what they did with Kingpin of making him the main villain, and making him just this force of nature, almost like this force that even the Spider-Man that from Miles' universe couldn't stop. And I like the backstory of what he's doing and why he wants to use this machine. Also, I dug the how they did Doc Ock in here. The female Doc Ock. When they said when she's looking through his cells, I was like, wait a minute, is she Doc Ock? And sure enough, she lets the thing drop, her lab coat drop, and out come these tendrils that are not metallic but plastic, and I was like, wow, hello waifu. No, really, I don't do waifus, but I'm just saying, the moment I saw her drop that lab coat and those tentacles came out, I was like, hey, how you doing? And you're all probably thinking, what the fuck are you into, DPZ? I'm into some shit, that's what I'm into. Real shit. Oh, man, so, the moment she, like I said, the moment she dropped that lab coat and the tentacles came out, I was like, hello, waifu. Oh, man. Anyway, also dug what they did with Scorpion and Tombstone. Granted, we had so many villains in here, but they were just more like thugs, and I was kind of I was at peace with that because this is such a personal story for Miles. And again, I was totally thinking to myself, there is no way that they could pull off doing a Spider-Verse story and a Miles Morales origin story all at once. But fuck me, they did, and did it with flying colors. They did it because they even make jokes multiple times of yeah, you've heard this story before, you know where this is going, so yeah. And I like how they played with that. Also, holy shit, stay till the end for the after credit scene. I fucking died. I fucking died in the theater, watching that. watching that end credit scene. That is by far the funniest end credit scene I have seen in a long fucking time. Like, I don't want to spoil... I know the movie's been out for a while, but I do not want to spoil that ending scene, because... oh, God. I was like, they did it. They actually went there. Amazing! There's just so much good in here. I just can't believe of how good this movie was. And I was really leery about it, because I was afraid they were doing too much, like Sony tends to do, is too much all at once. But, yeah, Lord and Miller managed to come out on top. Really, this was really good stuff. This is probably, I know a lot of people have been saying it, but I believe it's true. I honestly believe it's true. This is my favorite Spider-Man movie now. This is by far my favorite Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man 2 was always my favorite. Then I watched this, and I was like, wow. I mean, I'm gonna have to sit on it and think about it a little more, but yeah. As it stands, favorite Spider-Man movie. I know everyone's been saying that, but it's well-deserved. It's honest to God well-deserved in that aspect. So yeah. Oh, yeah. Like I said, Gwen was great, Penny was great, and it's such a great Miles story. It's such a great introduction for those who have not read, I've seen tons of people have been like, I don't know who Miles Morales is, but I damn well want to know now. And that's great. I want to see more movies with Miles. And I'm kind of hoping maybe the next film will do the Moreland storyline, like do the actual Spider-Verse storyline, or maybe Spider-Geddon, of doing more Spider-Verse stuff, but with the Moreland family. That might be fun. But yeah, as it stands, holy shit, this movie is awesome. Go check it out as soon as you can. My God, I cannot believe I wasn't able to see this up until now, and I'm glad I got to end 2018 with this movie. This was the final movie of 2018. Well, there's still one more. I still got to see Bumblebee, but still. But yeah, I'm glad this was my final movie I watched of the year 2018. Still got to watch another movie from 2018, but that's beside the point. So you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse? Like it, hate it, comment below, let me know, and once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.